So about a month ago, it leaked that OpenAI was planning to add ads to ChatGPT. If you didn't see the leak, it looked like this. It was pretty undeniable they were going to add ads to ChatGPT. Like, I don't know what else OpenAI.features.ads would be for. And yesterday, January 16th, OpenAI has confirmed they are adding ads to ChatGPT. And this happened a lot quicker than I thought they would actually do it, because at the end of the day, this is not something they really want to do. OpenAI put out a tweet saying they're going to start adding ads to free tiers in a Go tier, which is a new tier we'll go over. But basically in the OpenAI tweet, they say a bunch of things they're going to do with their ad policy, and I don't necessarily believe all of these, but we'll go over them. The first thing is responses to ChatGPT will not be influenced by ads, and I do not believe this in long term. I think in the short term, this is probably going to hold true. I doubt they're going to flip on it that quickly, but I don't see the company making a manipulation machine not baking ads into the responses somehow. I just don't see this not happening. So many companies over the years have always said, we're never going to do this thing, and then they just do the thing they said they were going to do. Like, remember when Xbox in the court of law said they weren't going to raise Game Pass prices, and that lasted literally a week? If a company will lie in court saying they won't do a thing and then do that thing anyways, I'm not going to believe a company making a tweet about it. But at least for a month, the responses in ChatGPT will not be influenced by advertisers. I just don't see this whole thing, because it's something that's way more valuable than just putting ads in people's faces. And the next point kind of goes in line with that. They claim that ads will be separate and clearly labeled, and I think they will do this for a little while. I don't know how long they'll do this, but I'm sure they'll do it for a little while. I just don't trust this company. Like, I wish I could just trust OpenAI at face value, but keep in mind, this is the same company that has been claiming that AGI is around the corner for like the last 3 years, okay? I really don't trust a word that Scam Altman says, because he really does lie about everything. And they also claim your conversations are private with advertisers, and I really don't know how long this is going to hold, or if it's even true right now to begin with, because here's the thing with AI and AI companies, the whole thing with it is data. And whenever you use ChatGPT, they're collecting a lot of data on you, okay? On you in particular. So I just don't see this company not leveraging that really sensitive data they have on you to advertise. I can't see them abstaining from that, especially with how much money they're constantly losing. And my guess with this is that they're saying that your conversations are private to advertisers because they're going to anonymize your data to some extent. But here's the thing, all your data is anonymized to an extent. All the data you have online is anonymous to an extent. They aren't labeled with your name. But there's a lot of things they use to basically figure out who you are online. Like, for example, your IP address. If you connect on the same device, on the same IP address, on the same location, every time you use something, they have a pretty good idea of who you are. And then also your screen resolution. Websites will take this into account as well. This is how they target you with advertisements. Like, if you have a weird screen resolution or have multiple monitors like I do, advertisers probably know almost exactly who you are, because your device is a really weird defining characteristic that defines you as you. And they also take things you like and things you dislike, and they put these together in a big file to basically have an idea of who you are. They don't know your name for sure, but they probably have enough data to figure that out. So I think when OpenAI says they're going to keep things private, I think they just mean anonymized. I don't think they're actually going to stop advertisers from getting data on you, because that is ultimately one of the best things for them as a company. Like, you have people in ChatGPT talking to it like it's their partner, their therapist. Do you think advertisers aren't going to want that data? They want that data, okay? That's all they want. So I highly doubt OpenAI is going to bar the most profitable aspect of their business from advertisers. I don't see that happening, especially since the wording is your conversations are private from advertisers. They didn't say they don't share data with advertisers, okay? There's a big difference. But let's say you use ChatGPT and you really don't want ads. All you have to do is pay for the $20 a month version as of now. If you use the free version or the new Go version that costs $8 a month, you will get ads in your ChatGPT. And ultimately, if you're using ChatGPT a lot, I would just pay for the $20 a month one. I would not pay for the $8 and get advertisements. That sounds really bad, especially if you're paying for the $8 a month one and not just going free, because what are you paying for? You're paying for a search engine that still gives you ads? That's crazy. But you might be wondering, what would these ads even look like? Maybe I will get the free version. Well, the ads would look like this. They'd be big sponsored things right in front of your face. And I'm really not a fan of ads on any kind of AI chatbot. I've talked about it pretty extensively before. I think it's just a bad idea overall. Like, people are sharing so much information with these chatbots. The last thing they need to be able to do is advertise to you. I think it's a really bad idea. It also makes the AI ultimately kind of useless, because the whole concept of an AI is having this super smart thing that can just do things for you. And if you ask for the best product and all it gives you is ads, what is the point? Why am I using an AI model when I can just go to Google and get the same ads in my face? What is the point? So from a lot of angles, I've been very against ads and things like AI chatbots. I think it's just a terrible idea. And I don't really have have anything good to say about the way OpenAI plans to implement this stuff, I think it's still a bad idea. I don't believe that responses from ChatGPT will forever not be influenced by advertisers. I just don't believe that for a second. I also don't believe that ads will always be clearly labeled and separate. I just don't believe either of those two things, because those two things are very, very profitable to suddenly have disappear from this policy list. I just don't see it sticking at all. My guess is they're doing the thing that game companies have been doing recently, which is where they launch things in a really good state where things are like agreeable and good for everybody. And then after like a month of it being live, they make everything worse. Like how they launched Battlefield 6. The first couple weeks of Battlefield 6 were really good. And then they started implementing AI slop into literally everything in the game and made it terrible and unplayable. And that's kind of what I expect from OpenAI and Scam Altman, because that's kind of what they're known for. Not making good on their promises. Like, keep in mind, in October 2024, Scam Altman said that ads were a last resort for OpenAI.
I kind of think of ads as like a last resort for us for a business model.
It's a little bit over a year later, and they're already going to the last resort. That's really bad. And that's the big reason why I don't think any of these high ideals will stick. It's because OpenAI needs money. Do you really think Scam Altman will hold some moral ground when the company is about to go under? Because I don't think so. And also, I don't think advertising is going to make up for the losses OpenAI has at all, by the way. Because let's be real, ads cannot make up for losing billions upon billions of dollars every single month, okay? You can't just make those kind of losses go away overnight. Ads will not fix this problem. And I also don't think the paid tiers will help OpenAI either, because at the end of the day, you can only raise the price of these so much before people just don't pay for them. And if you make the cost $50, but you lose 90% of your sub base, you're still losing money. Like, you didn't gain anything from that. But yeah, the ChatGPT ad situation is kind of cringe. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you do. Click into the natural more content and have a good one.